Hello everyone, Market, Samurais, here. Strategy is sharper than a katana, and discipline is stronger than the samurai spirit. Together, we will conquer all heights. Are you ready? Hone your skills and become a true master of the financial path. Then let's move forward and watch our video. So finally we've run out of everything. Basics. Where can we now observe a very calm market? Even right now with the euro dollar. And the main thing is that with our tools, it becomes very mobile and accessible. Even now, we'll practice in real time and show you what techniques I use. So let's check out our bot. Our bot is perfect for options, whether for manual or automated trades. And there's also a separate video where you can trade on news by placing your trades in advance. You can even use pending orders, and it yields pretty good results. So look, in our bot, it's very flexible. You can turn off OTC and turn it on. Right now, I've turned off OTC, which means this is the exchange market. It is suitable for literally any platform where you can use it with good accuracy. So let's choose based on the request now. Based on the request, you should already have something to start from. It shows the basics. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Basically, I like this currency pair. Let's open a 1 minute expiration. We see the quotes, the opening of the euro dollar is down for 1 minute. Let's open this currency pair and wait for our results. The main thing, guys, is don't let yourselves go. So what I like about it, there are countries like that, yes, where discipline and order are the top priority, where there are a lot of fines. You crossed the road incorrectly or did something else wrong and you get fined. On one hand, it's an incorrect and unclear mentality. But on the other hand, it's order, meaning some control and respect for other people. It's the same here. If you maintain order and discipline yourself, how many times I've already repeated myself? This will lead to very good results. It will all work in your favor. We have 7 seconds left. But of course now, let's see, he already gave it. Plus, everything is great and we have good profit here, meaning there's order, there's discipline, even just simply, look, that's why it's very important to maintain cleanliness. That's why it's very important to maintain cleanliness. In your office where you work, because when you have comfort, it just feels nice. Yes, when you have several monitors, everything is clean and in order, you start thinking differently, more cautiously, more correctly. Oh, you won't make unnecessary moves. I don't know how it's connected. Maybe, energetically, you feel more at peace and you take the right actions. There's some kind of magic happening. So, pay attention to your thoughts, control them. Put your thoughts in order. That's very important too. Not just externally, but in your head. To avoid chaos, then you will simply change completely. You will become a different person with the right healthy thoughts. So, let's make the request one more time, just with a different currency pair. We need to decide. Choose a good trading currency pair with a high percentage. I'm looking here, why didn't I do this? As we can see, there are a lot of shadows, a lot of small volumes, good ones. But there's simply no point here, like with the Australian dollar. So, the main thing is people's rush to make money faster. You can even earn $5 to $10 a day. If it's every day, that's really great. And these tools basically allow us to do that. For now, I'm only looking at the euro dollar, nothing else interesting. But basically, yes, we see an upward movement in the Canadian CHF. Let's see if we have such a currency pair. In the Canadian CHF, yes, let's set it for 1 minute. We'll work with the knees. In case of a crossover, I'm betting on a decline. Most likely there might be a reversal. And we'll observe for another 54 seconds. I conducted a survey, by the way, asking if you would trade during the holidays, and many responded that yes, they would. That's just very good. When you think back to yourself. When you were still in school, if you take a long break, it's really hard to start studying again, as if everything has been forgotten. It's a similar situation here. As soon as you, let's say, head into the sunset on vacation, it's really hard to start all over again. Everything is completely forgotten, and it's preferable, even if you're on vacation somewhere, to stay in the loop. So, in our group, in our Telegram, what do I recommend subscribing to? It's always there, useful information. I'm also talking about signals and forecasts for today's global events, along with some warnings and good practical strategies. And this will really help you a lot. So we have a minus on KCHF. Let's place a hedge on KCHF. Let's place it again for 1 minute, also going for a downward trend. As we notice, I will put 450 on the bottom. Wait. For our results, don't look for freebies. You know, there are a lot of different freebies out there, like those offering some strategies for pennies. It might just be some kind of bait or some subscriptions. You know, there are services where you have to pay monthly. For pennies, it might just be some kind of bait or some subscriptions. You know, there are services where you have to pay monthly and you receive signals there. Well, guys, of course, to each his own. What I think is that where there are some mutually beneficial conditions like we have, they are always more practical because the information is constantly updated and the tools are always available. Information is updated, tools are constantly. It's also updated. This is not designed to sell you anything. So you make your own choice, whether you need this or not, and then you can look at your wonderful results. And then already, look at your wonderful results. Very difficult. Actually, here we made a profit. Find the right trader who will really help you. Because many people ask me for advice, share their results. I try to be on the same wavelength with them, to be on the same wavelength. And many say, wow, Klaas, you respond, you help me, thank you. Because many people don't even do that basic thing. And it's hard for a person who has just started on their journey to achieve the same results. So you need to communicate with people like that, who of course have much better results, and you become the same kind of trader. I don't know, for example, it really helped me a lot back in the day because there was motivation. There weren't such opportunities, and I was becoming more successful with my gradual steps. Yes, everything is very complicated. Let's make the request one more time. The bot always opens earlier, so its results might be a couple of points in a different direction. That's normal because we always open with a delay of a couple of seconds, and that really affects things a lot. Therefore, the longer the expiration, the more you get the same result. But if you're there for 1 or 2 minutes, then don't be surprised why the bot, for example, closes a little differently. It's all pretty basic, guys. The bot, for example, closes a little differently. That's it, guys. It's just basic delay. So let's find another currency pair. Right now, the market, as we can see, great. You just need to find the most suitable pair that works for you. And mobile. On your device, what I like is that you can travel and trade with small amounts because you can't analyze everything or look at everything in front of you. Overall, you can trade with small amounts, make some money for a little treat, and then continue traveling or doing your own thing. Overall, trade with small amounts, make some money for a little treat, and then continue traveling or doing your own thing. Sometimes it just happens that, like right now for me, there's no opportunity to trade on the computer. And basically, this option fits very well. So let me be here. I'll close our deal for a decline. We're waiting for our results. And we observe that you still need to learn how to use the tool correctly. There are different types of people. I'll say it right away. Those who get results from our bot, they write right away, wow, that's awesome. But they really share their results. With their thoughts, they believe that they really help. There are about 10% of people there. Well, let's say haters. They get the bot and trade on all the signals, one after another. Well, who cares? Yeah, they trade at midnight on the OTC market. Well, and I might not like something there. I generally recommend all beginners to start with exchange currency pairs. Why? Because it is monitored on all platforms. They have the same quotes everywhere, but at TISA, for example, the quotes are only intended. So each broker has different quotes. For example, Pocket Option has one set of quotes, while Taize has another set of quotes. They differ significantly from exchange pairs, which don't differ at all. So choose your trading method. And most importantly, focus on filtering. Why don't people filter? They are very different from exchange pairs. They don't differ at all. So choose your trading method. And most importantly, focus on filtering. Why don't people filter? I don't understand that either. So they don't rely on any fundamentals, on the basics, on volumes, on shadows, or on trends. This is also, let's say, an important part. If you have a small deposit like $20, how can you even grow it? So the minimum deposit is $50, $100. That's the bare minimum for good comfort, so that you feel at least somewhat close. Of course, it's far from me. In terms of comfort and psychologically, you were, well, stress resistant. Comfort can actually hinder your successful trading. Then don't be surprised why it is this way, because you don't follow basic rules, not even money management. You don't want to stick to it. You just trade recklessly, no matter the amount. You put on a smile. Why do you need to do that? You'll lose with any strategy, so use your head, your brains, and trade in a calm market. And then you'll only be thanking me. Any good strategy I've already shown on my channel, but most of the time I trade with bots, because it really saves your time. You get the best accurate signals possible. And the bot shows the quotes. Opening, the closing, everything is clear. For me, it's just too convenient to trade with it. It's convenient to trade. So we had a currency pair. Euro Australian. All right, let's find it. Where did I lose? Euro Australian, 91%. Let's place it one more time. Here, I'm showing a live example of how I actually trade. I'm not exaggerating anything. I'm showing it as it is. How I hedge. Actually, right now, I'm going to show you clearly. Again, going down. Let's do it. We're placing it down, of course. It's a bit late. That's what I don't like about trading. And showing it all on video. Because, well, you will get a little distracted. It's a completely different result. So I was more focused on the chart, on all the analysis, and I didn't lose a second. This is very important. So everything is for you guys. Everything is for you, for my subscribers, for my partners. I'm showing clear examples of what I do, how I do it, and how I hedge. How not to do it, all literal advice. So once again, let's go over it. If you're a beginner and you've joined our group, definitely spend a week on a demo account. In any case, to get used to our bot and gradually familiarize yourself with it. On a demo account, in any case, to get used to our bot, gradually familiarize yourself with it. Then, if you've already spent the first week on a demo account, look, here we made some profit. You just use the exchange currency pairs. This is very important. Then, if you have a good deposit, yes, you can trade on OTC. Because I wouldn't say that OTC is a lottery. It just has its own rules and quotes. I think even now, OTC, they follow their own course. So yes, the influence of traders is there. Of course, logically, everything is clear. The levels work. They move at their own pace. That is, yes, the influence of traders. They are brought in. Of course, logically, everything is clear. The levels work. It's just that there's some kind of artificial intelligence here. It seems to me that in terms of how the price moves, it sets its own parameters based on some history, while the exchange currency pairs are being controlled. Of course, there are manipulators, big players. So, if they have good volumes, they enter the market and completely control it. So, in OTC, well, let's say there aren't many big players on Pocket Option. Not that many, but they are there. And they can also have an impact, but not as much as on the exchange pairs. In currency pairs, because there are... This is a brief description of what I actually think about OTC and regular pairs. So, you decide for yourself where you feel more comfortable trading, where it's better for you. Euro, Australian. All right, let's probably move on to another currency pair. We shouldn't dwell on just one. We'll find the most suitable one then. Well, of course, now is not the best time. The right market is emerging, but for now, let's trade for a good profit. Let's go with the Canadian dollar and the yen. I really like that one. So we're choosing a currency pair again. Canadian dollar and yen for 1 minute. And about expiration, I would literally recommend to all beginners to trade with a 5-minute expiration. If you have a small deposit, this way you'll be able to maintain distance. So, let's go ahead and let's place a buy on the Canadian dollar and yen. Let's open the trade. And we have 50 seconds left. So, when you're trading with a 5-minute expiration, you're playing for a longer duration? Yeah. So we're playing for a short duration here, and you'll make more trades. Because, well, first of all, don't forget that we're also overlapping. This is very important. There are some unpleasant moments. The price didn't go in the right direction. You can't be 100% sure. There's always a 10% risk factor. And everything was trending upwards. But there are always different absolute situations. So you can't be 100% sure, even if you're 90% confident. That 10% still carries weight in terms of risks, and you need to find a way to protect yourself. You can't be 100% sure, even if you're 90% confident. That 10% still carries weight in terms of risks, and you need to find a way to protect yourself. So, over a longer distance, you won't be as impulsive, and you'll learn to feel out the 5-minute expirations and place them correctly. Let's set our overlap. The Canadian dollar, and yen amount set. Let's make it bigger. Let's prepare a larger amount. The amount, let's make it bigger. Canadian dollar and yen. So let's open the Canadian dollar right away. Where's our Canadian dollar? I think I definitely missed it. Canadian dollar yen. Let's go. We're opening our trade for 1 minute. Here's the most suitable moment. So we're placing it for 1 minute U. See, it's already going. By volumes, by logic, some pushes off, sees literally all situations. I've tested it many times. And of course, it reacts differently. He's very sensitive to the market. For example, he is very sensitive to the market. For example, if the price is moving upwards in a local trend, he will mostly bet on the rise. Even if I make a request again in a minute, it will still bet in the same direction. But if there are already reversals, some kind of logic in the movement, even several combinations of indicators are used. He sees all of this and places his bets the way he thinks. It's right. So, it has its own logic, its own artificial intelligence, which actually helps a lot. So we have a good bounce here. I'm betting on the Canadian dollar against the yen for 1 minute. Here we have a downward movement, and there will be a reversal right now. Let's wait for our result. Let's wait for our result. The main thing is to trade calmly, without any excitement or risk. So you can still place 600. Well, it doesn't make sense for me to take such big risks. I trade more or less moderately. So I use a maximum of 2 legs. I'm starting everything from scratch. Yes, of course it is difficult to start all over again with a smaller deposit, but so you can lose absolutely everything. For example, if you trade all in, then you put yourself in a position where mandatory to secure yourself if you want. And I think this is the smartest decision. Use some kind of tactic, your own developed strategy from the very beginning. But there have been cases where a true millionaire, lost $200 million in a casino. For some strange reason, he was very passionate. And he could save a few million, but he invested every single penny, kept investing. And yes, in a casino, you might be able to make some money somehow, but it's the people who are not gamblers who know how to stop, that actually earn. This is definitely not a casino. Here, no one forces you. You do everything yourself. But do it wisely according to a strategy. I even think that you can make money in a casino by following a strategy properly. If you don't break your own rules, you broke all the rules, so consider that you've, let's say, lost here. You analyze everything. Trading is analysis, unlike gambling. You analyze everything, apply a special tactic, some indicator, some analysis, even a trading robot that helps you. But the only downside, I think, is that you don't know when to stop. That's right, knowing when to take profits. I believe you shouldn't be greedy. Even if you have a profit of plus 10%, that's already good. Beginners, profit, balance, aim. And so gradually, until you have a good balance, even $1,000, then you can start expecting bigger returns and have better self-control. A little bit better in a more comfortable situation and already earning 50% and taking profits, stepping out of the market. So gradually, let's set it again. Probably on another currency pair. One of our insurance policies worked, the other one didn't. Euro yen, let's open. Euro yen, where's our currency pair? I probably missed it again. Here. It is here. It is. We're opening Euro yen for 1 minute on a buy. Let's go ahead and open it for a buy on Euro yen. That's great. We have a good profit. We can find another currency pair, but let's go ahead and place another bet on Euro yen. She liked it. So, we found the most active currency pair, where you have a lot more successful trades. You can stay there a bit longer. Let's take it easy. I'm going to place a buy. As we can see, yes, our trading has dragged on a bit, but no one can guarantee us how long it will take to achieve our results. It could be approximately 30 minutes, or it could be 60 minutes, or even up to 60 minutes for your trading session. Don't trade for more than at most 2 hours. Don't stretch your trading. Because first of all, your mindset won't be the same. You'll be trading emotionally, reacting incorrectly to everything, and not in a timely manner. We stopped, traded for about an hour, maybe 2 at most, and then we left the market. You shouldn't overstay here. If you overstay, you'll lose everything. I'm sharing my experience with you again, guys. So, well, for now, it seems like we're not in a bad profit, or so it seems to us. But let's still see what happens to us. There are some interesting situations in the market. If we don't find another currency pair, I'll place another bet on Euro yen. Then, let's go with Euro yen again, guys. Let's place our bet. That there's nothing interesting going on. Let's place a Euro yen trade. We're opening our trade up, guys. So guys, we have a good profit here. I wouldn't say we made a lot, but I wouldn't say it was little either. For a pocket version, especially on the phone, it's not that easy to do. We tried to be extremely cautious. Somewhere in the moments we hedged. This is necessary to protect your deposits and fix your profit. Avoid trading. All in. If you're a beginner, spend the first week on a demo account, and in the second week, trade only with exchange currency pairs. Also, watch your volume. Filter and analyze, meaning at least trade according to the trend. Second, pay attention to your volume. The body of the candle should match the shadows for everything. To be perfect, don't trade too late or too early when there is none of our favorite traders who trade and make amazing good volumes. So that you can simply base your decisions on those very levels. And if you don't have an additional indicator that you work with using our bot to confirm the signals, at least filter it out. What I told you before, I said, and then you get the most pleasant results in trading where you can really surprise yourself. if you do everything correctly. I'll say it again. We are true warriors of the market, samurai. We're sharper than our katana. The main thing is discipline and using the samurai spirit. Together we conquer the peaks of trading. If you're ready, then let's go for victories. Subscribe to our channel. You can get our bot in our Telegram absolutely for free on mutually beneficial terms, where there are constant updates, a lot of interesting material. You also get it in parallel. See you all soon. Samurai are in touch. Goodbye, everyone.